Hello and happy welcome to another episode in the Rewilded Leader podcast. I hope that you had a beautiful Christmas and that you enjoyed these last days. Hopefully you had as much snow as we do here in Sweden at the moment. I wish you all the best for these last days of the year. I really like that time to come back to myself, to introspect and to reflect on the year that has passed by. And if you like to do the same, I welcome you to enjoy these days to do that and to really take time for yourself. It's an invitation for me to you to really use these days to do some introspection. And also today in the podcast we have a theme that may come up when you reflect on your year, when you look back. And it is all about doubting if we still go the right path, if we still follow the right way. This is something that is not always easy to look on these questions and to allow ourselves this question. As a female CEO, I know that you fought for a long time to be in the position that you are today. You've done a lot of work to be finally that CEO of your business, of your life, to have that self-determined life and to lead either your company or maybe also a big team, and to really be in that position that you are today, being able to live from your own business. That path hasn't always been easy, and you've given a lot of yourself, a lot of your time and a lot of your energy to be where you are today. When then suddenly comes the question and that doubt of, is that path I am following right now, of being a female CEO, of being the leader of my business, is that still the right path for me? These thoughts can be shocking and they can also be scary and they can hurt. It can hurt to look at them, but they are coming up. Why they are coming up? It's because you may experience a lot of exhaustion in your daily life. You feel that you don't have the energy anymore to enjoy life, to live life as you expected to live it. Your business and also your position as the responsible person of that business exhausts you a lot. Even though you love what you do, like the core essence of your business is still a big part of your soul mission. You're maybe not okay anymore with what it takes from your personal health. You may have tried different ways. Maybe you do yoga, maybe you did a lot of meditation, maybe you also have that great conscious daily meditation practice. For that, cheers to you. I know it's not easy to follow a thing like that and to establish a routine and to stick to that routine. So when you're doing this, perfect, well done. But even though you do all of that stuff, it doesn't help you that much. You feel the good benefits from it, but you still feel exhausted. You still feel that there is so much more in life. And this brings you to that point where you feel that the only way out of this exhaustion, maybe also of that frustration and that bitterness that you experience in your daily life, is to stop and to quit everything that you've built up with so much energy and for such a long time. It's absolutely normal when you feel a certain resistance to that. And maybe to that point, you haven't even thought about this as a real option. Or maybe it also became a real option that you have to quit because you feel that you're on your boundary, that this is like you reached your limit and you cannot go further like this. So when you feel a certain resistance to that, in order to not really want to look at that, or that you don't really want to quit everything, but you gave, because you gave so much for that, and in the end what you do is something that you love to do, but you cannot deal with your exhaustion anymore. Because at the same time as you're experiencing this exhaustion, there is that other side, and you start to imagine and you start to dream of the life that you really want to live. A light-hearted life. You want to feel that freedom of choosing what you want to do, and also when you want to do it. And especially have enough energy, have enough energetic capacity, not only for your business, not only for Monday to Friday, but also for your free time. You're so used to use all of your energy in your business and to give everything there. But when you enter into your private life, like in the evenings after work, in the mornings before work, or also on the weekend, you just feel exhausted. You just feel tired. You don't feel like having the energetic capacity or also the joy of seeing other people, of starting new things like your heart projects. I deeply believe that we as female CEOs, as female leaders, we are not only here to work on our one business. For sure, you gave a lot of yourself for that business, and that is completely fine, as I said, but you are not your business, and your business is not you. You are so much more than this CEO position. Means that you have so many other things in your life and like departments in your life that want to be fulfilled, that you want to live as well. You want to live a healthy relationship. Maybe you want to have kids one day. You want to be able to have that family and spend quality time with your family. You want to have a healthy body. You want to feel good in yourself. You want to take time for your personal and also spiritual development journey. Maybe you want to start an NGO for saving animals in Africa, or I don't know. There are so many other passions in your life than just your business. And I know that even under all these layers of exhaustion and tiredness that you experience, there are these passions, that these multiple passions for different things in life. Because of that daily life that you're following right now, there's so many mud over these passions, and maybe you cannot feel the light and that strong energy and also that joy to follow all these passions, because yes, your business is like your first priority. This is your biggest responsibility next to yourself. But you want to start feeling these other passions again, feeling light and having that happy energy to live outside of your business. And you know what? That is completely possible for you. It is possible for you. And you are not alone. You are not the only one out there questioning her position and questioning the path she worked on for so many years, for such a long time, to that success that you some years ago looked up to, and now you're here and you don't feel that successful, or maybe you feel successful but not fulfilled at the same time. There is like something missing in your life, and you are not the only one. It's even normal that we start doubting sometimes when we achieve our goal. And honestly, that happened for me as well when I realized one of my biggest personal dreams, which was being a traveler, being a digital nomad. Also, once I've been in that situation, there were like doubts coming up, and I was asking myself, whoa, okay, there are things that are not as I imagined them. Is this really what I want to do? It's so important for me to give you today the knowledge and that you really feel that there is a way out of that doubt. That does not mean that you have to quit everything. And that does not mean that you chased a wrong aim or that you are on a false path. You can still live your dream and do what you love to do without feel that exhaustion. And when you start doubting your path, please take this serious. I know this is not a pleasure walk to doubt about what we've worked for so long, but please don't just say to yourself, oh, I'm doubting about my path right now, but it's just a phase, it will get better once winter is over and there is more sunlight or whatsoever. No, don't say that to yourself. Take this indicator that something is turning wrong serious. But sometimes it's not the thing that we think that turns wrong that is actually the big problem. Very often we just see the symptom and we think that maybe, okay, our position as a CEO, that's the problem. It's the position that we are in, that we are not made for that position and that we are not here to lead a business. But very often this is not the cause. This is not the thing that brings you or that indicates you that you are on the wrong path. That is just a symptom and there is a source down under it. And the source is very, very often not in the what we do, like not in the CEO position, but in the how we do, how we live our life. And once we know that it is all about that how, we start asking ourselves, okay, but what is the how? How should the how be? That I can feel fulfilled? And there is one simple answer to that question. And this solution, this answer is in itself individual. So it's the same answer, but not the same embodiment for every person. So how can you know how this how should be in order to live a life in joy, light, and with more fulfillment in it? The answer is knowing about your energetic uniqueness and your authentic way of being, and then to integrate that knowledge in your daily life and also in your position as a CEO, as a leader of your business. We all already heard about vision work and working with our highest self and with our highest version of ourselves. And this is nice, and I also do that, I really like it. But there is like one thing that can turn quite wrong when we doing it, because often we doing it with our consciousness, means with how we learned how the world has to be. So when we do vision work, we are often influenced by our habits, by life experience that we made. But even worse, or what is worse, is that we are influenced by beliefs of our parents, our grandparents, of society. But when we know about our uniqueness, when we know about our energetic blueprint, it's at that moment that we cannot be misguided anymore, because we just start at that right base of when we take all the layers away, what rests is that energetic blueprint. It's that imprint that we had from the beginning on. So without the layer of, okay, as a CEO, we have to work all day, we know that. Of the layer of money comes through hard work, of the layer of earning, or you cannot earn a lot of money with your passion, and so on. There are so many beliefs that formed society, that formed your family, and that formed you. So if you want to live up to the most authentic and peaceful life, then knowing your energetic imprint is the best way to start, in my opinion. Because you start right at that core essence, at that center of yourself, where there are no layers and no questions and no beliefs of other person. You just see yourself, how you were designed by the stars, if you want to call it like that. And my favorite way to get that energetic blueprint is human design. For me, human design changed a lot. No, everything in my life, because for the first time I could clearly see who I am, and also where I was conditioned by my thought patterns, by my habits, by childhood traumas and experiences of I need to be like this in order to be in the group, and I have to do it like that way because like this is how I survive. And thanks to human design, I have that map kind of in front of me, showing me where I can come back to my inherent gifts and not the gifts that I thought how I need to be in order to be a CEO or a girlfriend or a daughter. When we start working with that energetic imprint of our individual self, then we also start to see for the first time how unique we are. I know we heard that for so many times, that we are unique and there is nobody like us. And yeah, for sure, we believe that. But I think when we don't have a method or a system or a thing like the human design chart showing us what exactly is different, what exactly is unique about us, what exactly are our gifts, and where are we maybe challenged by life, where do we have to be more focused in order to detach ourselves from others' opinions. So then we can really understand what makes us unique and embrace and accept that uniqueness. And this then guides us automatically with a bit of work into that self-love, into that self-acceptance of who we are, and we can finally start to live up to our highest self, up to our pure version of ourself that we want to embody, in order to not create like the next role we have to play because we see that in society, because we learned it that way, but really up to our uniqueness. And especially as projectors, this is a big theme, because as projectors, we are kind of made to have success. But what does success mean? What is that for you? What is that for me? And once we have more understanding of all of these things, then we can create a life that is aligned with the how our energy works. And we create a life in flow, because we are not in resistance, in unconscious resistance anymore to our essence, to what we are and what is always trying to come up and to show. So sometimes we're a bit of our own enemies in this example, because our inner self does always want to come up, but sometimes we, and especially our survival ego, is saying, no, stay back, it's not safe now to show up, it's not safe to speak your truth. Because our survival mechanisms are pretty strong, and that is nothing bad. I mean, it helped us survive in many moments back in history, but also now in our very own life. But I really believe that we come to a time where we are all called to bring ourselves more in a position of alignment and to actively create the world of tomorrow, where we honor who we are and therefore also can honor who others are. If this resonates with you, I invite you to book a human design reading. I do human design readings, so you're welcome to do that with me. But if you feel called to another person, then do so and join this other person and find out more about your uniqueness, your energetic blueprint. I do offer foundational human design readings, means that this is a great start. We're gonna dive into the different centers, the type, the profile, yeah, all of that nice stuff. But if you already have some knowledge in human design, but you have a little bit of problem with integrating that into your life, then I also do offer the human design embodiment session, and there it is all about how you can the knowledge that you have about your human design really integrate into your daily life, as an example, into your daily life as a female CEO, or also your daily life as a partner, or as a mother, or as a boss. And last but not least, I also do offer relationship readings, so that can be like you and your boyfriend, you and your husband, or also you, your daughter, or your son. I also do parent readings, so two parents and a child, to really understand the dynamic of all these individuals and how we come together and how we can, as I already said, accept and get to know about us, but also about the other, and also in combination. So when we are together and when our human design charts like connecting to each other. That's another topic I'm really passionate about. So if any of these readings is calling you, you find all the informations and links in the show notes. Before you leave this episode today, I would like to tell you something, because I really want you to leave with that feeling of hope, with that feeling that uplifts you, that motivates you, and that gives you the strength to build the life that you're longing for without having to quit all what you built for yourself and for your clients. So when you're not driving right now, or being in a situation where it's dangerous to close your eyes, I invite you now to close your eyes, breathe deeply into your nose and out to your mouth, and bring a hand onto your heart, or both, and feel how you're getting calmer in this moment, how you're getting more and more in the present moment, in the now. And I invite you to open up space for the words I'm gonna share with you now. You are not alone. It's okay that you feel and that you think what you feel and think right now. It's okay to doubt your way, because it will help you to do the adjustments that bring you life, joy, happiness, fulfillment again. There is hope. There is a way. And it's lying just in front of your feet. It's not easy. Cut away. It's not difficult. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming to choose that path. In fact, it's the easiest thing. because this is the path that you are made for. This path was made for you, and you found it, and you will follow it. Take some deep breaths. Say thank you, thank you, thank you to yourself. Open up your eyes again, coming back. Thank you so much that you joined this episode today. I hope that you liked it. If you want to rate this podcast, please do so. That will be a big pleasure for me. Don't forget to follow it so don't miss any other new episodes. Tell about a friend if this podcast helped you and if you enjoy listening to it. I send you now some Sweden and fairy light magic into your end of the year. Enjoy the time with yourself and take this time to really embrace every change that is showing up in your life right now. Thank you for being here, and let's rewild, honey.